What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a full grocery haul for the week and what I'm meal prepping. I actually just hired a coach and we're going into a deload type detox phase just to get my cortisol back to normal because it's kind of through the roof right now and I just need to take some time off, recover, rest my body, and just take the measures needed so I don't get injured, I don't burn out, and we can start training really hard after these 10 days. No training. We're eating at maintenance or just above maintenance, so my body is in a non-stress state. As we all know, weight training and working out is a stress on your body. Being in a caloric deficit is also a stress on your body. So I'm just making sure I'm fueling my body well, focusing on my mental health, and just going on walks. My step goal is about 9,000 to 11,000 steps a day. That's basically all the activity that I'm gonna be doing. Just really taking this time to mentally and physically recover so we can go into a really hard phase very, very soon. I'm so excited just to get back into it, but also I'm recognizing that my body needs some rest. So this is gonna be definitely a change for me because I haven't gone more than 3 days without working out in maybe even my entire life, because I've been doing gymnastics my entire life 6 days a week, and I immediately got into weight training. So this is gonna be a very different thing for my body, and just make sure that I am just in the most optimal state going forward. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna go into this deload, detox, de-stress phase more in another video. But for now, this is just gonna be like a grocery haul and meal prep for what I'm eating. I ended up going to Whole Foods. I usually do go to Whole Foods just because they have better quality produce, especially fruits and vegetables and meats. I also did stop at Target and got Duke, which is my Doberman puppy, these bully sticks, which are only made with 2 ingredients. Rawhides tear the fuck up out of your dog's stomachs. So do not feed your dogs rawhides or super bleached animal ears or whatever you may be feeding them or see at the store. Got these for him just to keep him occupied because otherwise he'll be destructive and start tearing shit up. And then I also needed some more meal prep containers. Make sure when you're getting meal prep containers that they are glass and not plastic. It makes your food stay fresher for longer. Also, if you're using plastic, some chemicals can leak into your food, which you do not want, especially if you're microwaving it or your food is sitting in the fridge for a long period of time. You do not want that. Get glass containers. I can taste the difference when I store my food in glass containers, and I'm not a girl to meal prep, so I'm taking the measures that I need to so my food doesn't taste like day-old meat. I don't like that. This is the least inflammatory diet. It's the Mediterranean style diet, but it's just all whole foods. So basically what I normally always eat, but it's just specific foods. Starting off with breakfast, we're gonna be eating eggs. Get organic, it makes a difference, especially if you're doing eggs and meat. And then we're also gonna put some baby spinach, some mini sweet peppers, wild frozen blueberries. I get frozen fruit a lot just because it stays better for longer in my freezer. Also strawberries, and then a scoop of protein powder. So that's for breakfast. For lunch, we're gonna be doing some ground beef, but specifically 80-20 ground beef. Yeah, I know that's a really fatty cut of meat, and I normally wouldn't just eat that on a daily basis. But for this diet, my fats are definitely a little bit higher, help with hormone regulation. I got the Force of Nature grass-fed beef. This is actually the Ancestral blend, which is made with 100% grass-fed beef liver, and beef heart. So there's some organs in here, super good for you. Tastes really good too. It's amazing quality beef. With that, I'm gonna be having vegetables. My choice is gonna be broccoli. I always get frozen broccoli or frozen zucchini or frozen green beans or something like that. Again, because they freeze them at the perfect time, so they're the perfect ripeness, and they stay better for longer just being in my freezer, so super convenient, and it's cheaper. It's way cheaper. My 2 other meals are gonna be made with chicken, so I got this organic chicken breast, but I also have more chicken in my freezer, so I didn't get too much. I'm gonna be having chicken and sweet potatoes, so I got 3 of those, or jasmine rice. So I got a big packet of rice with a healthy source of fat, which is gonna be avocado for these 2 meals. Very simple, very straightforward. All I really need to prep is meat, rice, sweet potatoes. So let's get to it. If I'm gonna be honest, Jay usually cooks my rice for me. That means he cooks rice for himself and then I take his. That sounds horrible, but I'm being so honest. He eats rice so much and I don't cook it that much. I should know how to fucking cook. I used to be an instant rice girl until I was looking at the back of the package and there was a bunch of oils in it, so that had to go. He never measures his rice, so I don't think I need to measure this. There's a little measuring thing on the side, so I'm just gonna do however much looks right. Okay, so this is what we're looking like for the rice. Now I'm just gonna throw the lid on. plug it in and cross my fingers. That's all I need to do for the rice. Super simple. So let's cook everything else. I have a really particular way that I cook my sweet potatoes. I don't really know how everyone else does it, but this is how I do it. I'll take my sweet potato and we're gonna rinse it off first. As you can see, I have my meat thawing in there. That's just the ground beef. It comes frozen. That's just thawing out in a bowl full of water, or put it in the microwave. Please don't do that. I used to do that and then my meat turned to rubber. I have a fruit and vegetable wash that I keep in this little spray bottle. I got it off of Amazon and it comes in a big bottle like this, but then you just put it in a spray bottle because you don't just want to pour this straight on your produce. This is the Rebel Green Fruit and Veggie Clean. It's on my Amazon storefront if y'all want to check it out. But whenever I use this, none of my stuff gets moldy or moldy as quick as if I didn't wash my fruits and vegetables with this wash and I just rinse them off. Highly recommend. This like gets rid of like the mold spores that might be on your produce. So we're just gonna clean this off. This is what I'll do with my strawberries too when I eat them tomorrow. I just like to delay washing them so they don't get moldy. Now that it's all rinsed off, I'm gonna stab it a couple times with a fork, or you can use a knife. Don't hold the sweet potato and do this at the same time. Chances are you'll slip and bad things will happen. This just helps like penetrate steam and hot air into the potato so it cooks. It's okay if you fuck up the potato a little bit. We're gonna cut it up anyways. Now I'm just gonna wrap it up in a paper towel. It's good that it's a little bit damp. I feel like it helps it like steam more instead of like dry out and get all wrinkly. And now we're gonna throw it in the microwave for, I mean, this is a pretty big sweet potato, so 4 minutes to start. That took 7 minutes to finish cooking. It should be soft. I got this from Target and it's a vegetable chopper, but I'm gonna use it to dice up my sweet potatoes. So they all come out like this. For seasonings, I'm just gonna stick to pink Himalayan sea salt, pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of paprika and that should be it. Okay, I kind of messed up and overestimated how big the sweet potato was because each serving I have is 300 grams and the one sweet potato only made 1.5 servings, so I'm definitely gonna have to cook some more. All of my rice is done, so I'm actually gonna portion out my rice portions into these 3 containers because I definitely have enough rice. So let's do that instead. Let me just throw down some logic here. This is a lot of sweet potato. I can pound down some more rice for less volume with the same amount of calories. So we're just gonna, I don't even know if that made sense right now. It's literally 8 p.m. and whatever. The macros fit if I just add 105 grams of jasmine rice to this leftover amount of sweet potato that didn't fit 300 grams. We're just gonna add a little bit of jasmine rice, do a little mixy matchy. It'll all be good. I'll hit my macros and we'll all be happy. I hope. I hope you're happy. I know raw chicken looks really gross. I'm just gonna show you what I'm using to season this. Heavy on the salt. Getting our electrolytes in. Pepper. I don't know why it's so juicy. It looks interesting. It's that pasture-raised, organic, no steroids type chicken. And a tiny, tiny bit of spice. I don't do spice like that. A little bit of paprika is so good. Onion. And I love me some garlic. We also had to cook some more rice. This is so much food and I'm not used to this. Okay, but not really though, because I have a bad habit of snacking and most of my snacking consists of carbs. So I'm just not used to having this many meals, which is a habit that I am trying to fix with my whole heart. So hopefully with my coach, we're gonna be able to eat consistent meals and not snack and hit our macros and our micros, just feel great, perform well, and look freaking sick. Now that our chicken is done, we're gonna put this into our meal prep containers. I'm not gonna cook this ground beef tonight, but it is defrosted, ready to go if I want to cook it tomorrow or the next day. My meal plan has a pretty low amount of protein right now just because I'm not working out. I don't really need a ton of protein in my diet for the next 10 days. I just don't want anything to go to waste, so I'm just gonna hold off on this and probably cook it tomorrow just to make sure I'm getting into the groove of like macros and stuff. I don't know. I've never done this before, so it's all new to me and I'm just like testing out what's gonna work for me. I can follow macros. I did ask for a meal plan just so it's like easier on me, so I don't have like decision fatigue on like what to eat, what not to eat, whatever. So this is just gonna be ready to go. I would cook it the same way on a pan, salt, pepper, onion, garlic, paprika, and I would just like portion it out. So I'm gonna save this in the fridge. It's so satisfying having a bunch of meal prep containers in the fridge. I never really do this, so it just looks so organized and my OCD is loving it. I'm gonna go into more detail. I'm gonna make a whole new video deep diving into what these next 10 days are gonna look like, the supplements I'm gonna be taking, and how I'm feeling day to day. I think I'm gonna make like a 10-day YouTube video on the detox phase. It's more like anti-inflammatory, but you know what I mean. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you have not already. I'll be responding to the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in a couple days. Wish me luck.